straight into it. Now, emergency services have recovered the body of a woman who was swept away in floods in New Hanover in KZN. 2 others remain missing. Newzroom Afrika's Ndlovu is following the story as that search continues. While NPA head Advocate Shamila Batoy returns to the stand as the Nkabinde inquiry resumes this morning, Ngobile Mahlala is covering those developments for us. And a second suspect is set to appear in the Tembisa Magistrates Court today in connection with the double murder in Iqluweni Primary School. Vuyele Tuyamba is there for us. And then lastly, in the Pretoria High Court, the defense in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial will call its third witness. Linda Mnisi has the latest. All right, let's take you back to New Hanover in KwaZulu-Natal, where the body of a woman has been recovered during search operations. 3 people were swept away by floods yesterday. Newzroom Afrika's Ndlovu joins us there live. Sletu, a very good morning to you. So we know that a body has been recovered. What's the latest on the search operation?
Good morning, Katleho. Well, at this very moment, what I can confirm is that more search and rescue teams have arrived here in the area. Of course, the retrieval of the body is about to take place. But from where we are, I just want to show you my vantage point. This is a river. It's about 2 or 3 kilometers from where we were earlier on. Of course, there was indication that was made late last night regarding 3 people from the area that were missing, and this is now after flash floods occurred in this area of New Hanover. At this particular moment, it's not clear as yet how that person was actually swept away or what transpired. But we understand that just a few moments ago, the body was recovered from this very river, and we understand that the retrieval of the body is also just about to take place. I'm going to bring in the KZN MEC for Human Settlements, Siboniso, Duma, to get more indication in terms of where we are regarding those 2 other people that were also mentioned that were also mentioned to be missing. I beg your pardon. Let's start off, MEC, regarding this person that has been found here. What can you tell us?
Let me greet your good self and the viewers at home, and thank you for affording us this opportunity. In our midst already, we've got His Worship, the Mayor Zondo from Mshwatu, who's been spending the entire night here with the families. Something that we are so grateful that whenever there are needs, they are here. The Ward Councillor SK Ngumalo, is also part and parcel. We are accompanied by the HOD of the department, the chaplain of the province, and the other ambassador of the province. So we are ensuring that at least we are getting closer to the process. Yes, there's one body that's been discovered under the tree. And unfortunately, it remains a sensitive matter because whenever these processes are taking place, we just have to treat it. Just imagine the member of the family. We've just discovered this area and the police must safeguard the process. At least the SAPS is here, but we are still waiting for the proper rescue team because there are other private guys who are assisting at this point in time, but will be here in the scene stuck and ensure that almost all of them are discovered. Hopefully, because the weather is slowly giving us the edge, we are going to wait until the process is done.
Before I get to talking about the weather, I want to talk about what actually transpired and what led to the body or this person being swept away. Do you have any indication in terms of what actually transpired last night? There's a few assumptions in terms of a burst dam wall, a lot of people talking about heavy rain. Do we have an indication in terms of what actually led to them being missing?
In terms of disaster framework, we did indicate yesterday earlier on that this is amongst other areas that is going to be affected. It will be presumptuous of us as well that we also follow other trends, which when the things are still sensitive, we just follow anything and blow things out of proportion per se. It's something that does not assist and build the nation as well, which is why we are on the scene ensuring that we deal thoroughly with family members, deal thoroughly with the scene until everything is done. So far, the reality is that it was the serious rain. There was a storm which took place and certain houses, probably 100, were swept away. Unfortunately, as you can just see, that informal settlement is closer to the riverbank, which is something that we're saying that let us adhere towards those. And there's another contrasting view at this point in time. The Ward Councillor tried and organized a venue and a hall with the mayor. Unfortunately, majority of them are foreigners, so they couldn't come because we've started started the process of verification, which is key feature for us as we build this process. Human settlement has already started that process.
MEC, you speak about verification, and my next question really is on, before I get to verification, is on the other two individuals. Where are we in terms of locating them? Any word in terms of their whereabouts?
The rescue team is going to give us succinctly what is currently happening, because as I'm already mentioning that it will be unfair that we are knowing exactly where they are, yet they have not been discovered. We are glad that the first body has been discovered. The team is already on its way in ensuring that we are only going to give you the formal equation, not what we suspect what is currently happening.
And in terms of the damage, I know it was stated that you'd be quantifying the situation. How many people are we looking at in terms of perhaps people that have been displaced? You mentioned that it's around 100 homes, but how many people have been displaced? Are you able to give us that information at this point?
The verification process is going to be the accurate measure, which is going to give exactly, because we don't want to leave anyone behind. Even at the level of the bridge, the Injasuti River that is coming is also affected the bridge. So we are dealing with all the processes. Probably after lunchtime, we'll be able to give us a clinical perspective, because the engineer from transport are also in that bridge. The HOD, Human Settlements, is here. So we're just going to give you a proper, not a speculative analysis. We're just going to give you exactly the proper data.
And just the last one on my side, which other areas are we looking at in terms of places that have been impacted? Which other places have been impacted? And also just to once again speak to people about heeding those weather warnings.
We've circulated almost the entire province. We don't have a serious damage in the province. Yes, some of the areas, the rivers had an impact, but there no house damage. So we are still checking the process, and at the right time, we are going to. And we are saying that we are talking to different stakeholders, that the issue of building in the river frontage, the water is always going to give us a problem. The climate change has given us the reality that we can't build anywhere, which is why the issue of impact assessment is always critical for us. And yes, we are going to give a full picture summary during the course of the day.
Thank you very much for your time. That's the KZN MEC for Human Settlements, Siboniso Duma. They're speaking to us about the damage in various places, but also stating that there's not much damage, thankfully, after last night's heavy rains. He does confirm, of course, that there's a body that has a female body that has been located behind me. The body is yet to be retrieved. Regarding the two other bodies, two other people, I beg your pardon, it's not clear as yet if they have been located. And also, as you heard from that conversation, the department still has preliminary reports. They do state that they will be giving us a final statement later on during the day.
All right, Sleti Ndlovu tracking that story for us, as one out of the 3 bodies have now been recovered.